Some eye-opening numbers have just surfaced. MMA reporter Jed Meshew revealed that Real American Freestyle, better known as RAF, is currently generating more online traffic than the UFC. That's a staggering stat for a promotion that's barely gotten off the ground, and it's about to get bigger. Khamzat Chimaev has officially put pen to paper with RAF. Every time Chimaev's name gets attached to something, eyeballs follow, and this signing is expected to send their traffic numbers through the roof. He's one of the most magnetic figures in combat sports right now, and his involvement instantly gives RAF a credibility boost that money can't easily buy. The timing couldn't be more uncomfortable for the UFC. The promotion is still dealing with the fallout from a reportedly poor gate for the Prochazka versus Olberg card, and 2026 as a whole hasn't exactly had the momentum they'd want. Weak gates, fan frustration, and now a rising competitor pulling serious digital numbers. It's a combination that's getting harder to ignore. RAF is still early in its journey, so drawing a direct comparison to the UFC might be jumping the gun. But if the traffic data holds up and Chimaev amplifies things the way he typically does, this could evolve into a genuinely significant storyline over the next few months.
These guys are absolutely killing it. Jed, is it still true that the traffic for RAF is beating the traffic for the UFC on your website still?
100%.
All right, dude. Well, these guys are absolutely crushing it, right? Another event.
It's not like Saturday was a huge contest. UFC Winnipeg and Mike Malott versus Armin throwing a man off a stage.
True.
It's one of
Mike
those.
Malott probably did way more traffic, right? Yeah.
Yes, definitely over UFC Hall of Famer versus crazy person flies through the air.
And Jed, I am curious because Armin, I feel like, does headline every RAF, but like, is there a difference when Armin is on it versus not Armin, or have you not?
Well, Armin's been on the last three, so I don't remember.
What I will say is, Jed, you speak about fun. You'd be watching RAF going, bro, these guys are doing what they need to be doing. Like, this is what PFL could have done.
Youssef Zalal is making his intentions crystal clear. Ahead of his main event showdown with Aljamain Sterling, Zalal says he fully intends to stop Sterling before the final bell, and he's specifically calling for a submission finish over the former bantamweight champion. That's a bold statement when you consider Sterling's elite-level grappling credentials, but Zalal wasn't done there. He also took direct aim at featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, claiming he has proof of being overlooked and expressing frustration that Volk keeps leaving his name out of the conversation despite sitting comfortably inside the top 10. The stakes in this fight couldn't be higher. Whoever wins puts themselves in a very strong position for a title shot. If Sterling pulls it off, his run of quality wins since moving up to 145 pounds makes him almost impossible to deny. And if Zalal delivers the kind of finish he's predicting, his momentum could rocket him straight into championship contention.
It's so disrespectful for me that he was talking about everybody else and ignoring me, even though I was in the top 10. So he's talking about, Aljamain. He's talking about, Aljamain came out for a loss. And then he beat Cater, whatever. I can't remember who he beat last fight. And then he came in and was like, oh, we got Aljamain in the talk. We got this, we got that. Right after what I just did to the Josh Emmett. And then the last person to beat Josh Emmett fought for the belt, which is Yair. So I'm like, for me, it was like pretty disrespectful and understanding like all that stuff. And I was like, okay, you don't want to know my name? I'll make you know my name. And I can't wait to do that on April 25th. He knows these matches are better for him. It's like these guys can only bring one thing, or not two things, or not three things. So I'm like, for me, I was like, I know I can bring in multiple dangers to his game, and plus I would have the speed against him for 100%.
Team Chimaev is making noise on multiple fronts. Aaron Pico, a featherweight contender who has trained extensively alongside Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev, has now opened up about what it's actually like to train with Khamzat Chimaev, and his answer was telling. Pico says Chimaev's physical dominance is on a completely different level, even compared to the elite Dagestani wrestlers he's worked with. He specifically called out Chimaev's ability to control opponents using just his lower body, with his legs doing the work while his arms barely need to engage. That kind of detail and physical intelligence is what separates him. Pico also made clear that the whole team is locked in on a shared mission, getting both him and Arman Tsarukyan to UFC championship level. And on the personal side, Pico doubled down on his desire for a rematch with Lerone Murphy, with the belief from many in the MMA community that his first loss came down to his own tactical mistakes rather than Murphy simply being the better fighter. With Chimaev himself eyeing a move to light heavyweight after a potential win over Sean Strickland, the entire team is operating with championship ambitions running through every level of the camp.
What impresses you the most about the way that he grapples?
Well, I've never grappled with him. Usually, most of the time, I just do conditioning with him. But when he was showing me some moves before the fight and stuff, just how strong he is, but just his positioning. I mean, he can control you like with his legs and just not even use his arms, and just lower body's just so strong. And just his level of detail with grip. So okay, when do I bring my grip high? When do I bring it low? When do I trip the leg? And just his knowledge and detail was pretty impressive. And yeah, I was working on it a lot, trying to do the best I can and just holding guys down, because my wrestling is very good. And that's one thing I really want to put emphasis on, is holding guys down and just doing damage. But those guys are just cool guys, honestly. I mean, yeah, he's one of the best guys. I've had the honor of being able to train with like Khabib and Islam. And now everybody has their unique style, and I'm just trying to get to where they are, you know, and win a belt and be able to be amongst the table with them and say, man, I won the UFC belt. And
Paulo Costa is not happy. After UFC 327, Costa made history by becoming the first fighter ever to stop Aljamain Sterling, finishing him in the 3rd round and climbing to number 7 in the light heavyweight rankings. But despite the standout performance, Costa was not awarded a post-fight bonus, and he's been vocal about it. Speaking to Ariel Helwani on Tuesday, Costa revealed that he texted Dana White directly to express his frustration and ask for things to be made right. He said he genuinely believes he earned that $100K bonus, and that he felt it was unfair for another fighter to receive multiple bonuses from the same card. Let's roll the clip.
Look, I was pissed off against them because the bonus. I really think I deserved that bonus. Is 100K. I don't think Hook deserves 2 bonus of performance as well. And when I felt injustice or unfair, man, this triggered inside me the worst feelings, the baddest feelings on my mind, on my heart. I become crazy. I want to smash. And I was like that. So I text Dana about that. I hope and I trust Dana and Hunter. They're gonna take care of me. They're gonna rethink about that. I think they did a mistake. I think that was a mistake, not giving the bonus. But I'm confident they are fair and they're gonna fix this on a good way, and we're gonna be good with this. I perform amazing, man. Then I told me, I saw him on the walkway, and he said, man, you beat the 16-year-old Russian. He was very confident. You did amazing, incredible. So he liked the performance. He knows that.
That's it from MMA Time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA updates.